Hi everyone, Peter Liciaga in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, and I want the parents, and if your kids are there, I want you guys to listen very, very carefully. And I'm going to spend some time right now talking about a subject that we've talked about in the past, but I want to go ahead and revisit it again because over the last couple of days I've had a couple of conversations with some parents at our martial arts school, and I want to do a quick review on this topic. And the topic is bullying. The topic is harassment, assaults on our children from other children, also known as bullying. But I want to go through a couple of resources and let you know what's out there available to us as parents, but also let you know what we're doing at our martial arts school to help prepare parents and our children to really deal with this issue when it comes to bullying, or what I'd rather refer to as harassments and assaults, because that's exactly what it is. And I really don't like the word bullying because it almost doesn't label exactly what's happening. If another person strikes another person, it hits them physically, that's assault. Okay, if I were to hit someone and just come up to someone, just hit them, push them, that would be an assault and a criminal offense. Or if I were to call someone names and continue calling them names, that would be harassment, and that's another criminal offense. And so saying something is bullying, I think, does not really label it correctly, and that's my position on that. So I want to talk about some of the things that we can do as parents, and also what we're doing at our academy to help our children. Now, first of all, let's look at some of the resources. As you see here, that we have resources on our website, and our website is a members only place where you can go, and you have to be a member here to access this site. And you simply just go to yourmartialartsonline.com, and you'll come to this website here, and you have to be a member. If you're not a member, then you will simply just sign up for it. It's very, very easy. Just put your email there, your password, retype your password, do a couple of the other information there. It's all free. There's no cost to it at all, and then you just sign up for it, and then you have access to it. Okay, and so it's very, very simple. But one of the things I want to go through to talk about is, first of all, some of the policies that are there for our schools. And first of all, let's go to the Mount Laurel. I live in a Mount Laurel school, Mount Laurel, and our school system has a website that you can go to. You can actually link to it from our website here. When you go to self-defense, you can go to let's say the bullying manual there in Mount Laurel. You can find out exactly what the Mount Laurel schools have as a policy for harassment, intimidation, and bullying manual. And this, for the volunteers, anyone that's working with kids, was a great resource for parents. You can see that there it was completed or last updated in 2012, so just this past winter. And it's important that we know what the policies are in Mount Laurel for our schools, or whatever school your children go to. It's very important as parents that we take the responsibility that we know exactly what we can do to prepare our children and know what the laws are, what the mandates are, so that we can help prepare our children for it. And as a parent, it's my responsibility to make sure that my children are prepared for what they are going to be confronted with when it comes to challenges. Not only for preparing them to get the best grades, but also preparing them to know what the environment could be like when they go into those environments, whether it's a new school. Like, for instance, my daughter is going into a new school this year. My son's been in the school for a couple of years. I know the principal there, the guidance counselors, and it's my responsibility. I take it upon myself as a parent to know who the principal is, to meet the principal, to engage in a conversation with the principal, to get them to know who I am as a parent, who my children are, and the same thing with guidance counselors. So if there's anything down the line and through the school year, if there's a challenge, an issue, whether my child does something or something happens to my child, that I know who to go to, that they know me, and that there's a conversation and a relationship there. So it's my responsibility, I believe, as a parent, to make sure that I meet the principal and the guidance counselors at minimum, and also their teachers. And now that my daughter is going into a new school, I will make sure that I go to the first day when they have the little conference that they'll have for the beginning of the school, that I go, my wife will go, we'll meet the principal, we'll meet the assistant principals, we'll meet the guidance counselors. We want them to know who we are, and that we are a parent, and we are a concerned parent, and that we are going to be partnering up with them, or they're going to be partnering up with us as parents to help our children get the best education possible. And this, for me as a parent, is my responsibility, I believe, to make sure that I do this for my child, to make sure they have the safest and most positive experience in their school. So, with all that being said, make sure that you go through this website and find out what the policies are and what's mandated. And you see it there, policy number 5139.9, about harassment, intimidation, and bullying. And I love the fact that they put in harassment and intimidation and bullying there. Okay, and the procedures for reporting incidences of harassment and intimidation and bullying, how to identify potential harassment, intimidation, and bullying, and how we can contribute to the prevention, and that's the key, to prevent harassment, intimidation, and bullying. And it's important that we go through this as parents and do our best to understand this, and then to do our best to explain this or help our children understand what this is, what the policy is, and how we're going to work together to help them to be safe, to have a positive experience in school, okay, and that we have weapons, we have tools available to us, that we are not, and they are, our children are not just simply there where they have no tools available to them, that there's nothing they can do. There's a lot that we can do, and if we all work together, it's possible to make sure our children are safe, and that they know that they have options. Okay, so that's with that, and let's go back to our website here and our online resource site here. Again, when you go to self-defense, we also have one thing I've been talking a lot about, and this is what we're doing at our academy. You know, in Martial Arts Academy, Donato Karate Center. I teach at martial arts at Donato Karate Center in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, and we have what we call rules of engagement. And this is a PDF file that you can simply go there and print it up, and just simply go to yourmartialartsonline.com, and you can get these policies. And I will do my best to go through this quickly, but this is something that I believe that we cannot just simply rush through. And, you know, so I hope you have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, something, so that you can go through this, or come back to it, revisit it later on if your time is limited right now. But it's important that we as parents, as educators, really understand this aspect of of what we can do, how we can teach our children what steps that they can take. Okay, what we call our school rules of engagement. And let me go ahead and bring this up a little bit closer there. Now, first of all, let's make sure we understand school policies, and I showed you that this one site here. You can go to link to it there, and right over here, I'll make sure you know what the policies are, make sure you explain that to the children, and also review our 3 T steps. Okay, what somebody happens. For instance, if your child gets into a situation where somebody is being disrespectful to them and you know, harassing them, whether it's verbally or physically, that we teach our children to be confident and to talk to the kid that's harassing them or bullying them, to confidently tell them to stop, to simply say, stop doing that, you know, I do not like that, stop it. Now, this is whether it's another student, another kid, or a sibling. You help our children understand that the power they have is to make the choice to tell someone to simply stop. And role play with your child about this, to confidently say, stop that, I do not like that, do not call me that, stop doing that, and to help our children to be confident in how they say it. They must say this confidently, and it's not going to happen by accident, it's not going to happen by chance. We're going to have to teach our children to do this, and this is what we teach our students at our school, to confidently say stop. I do not like that. Please stop. And to be respectful, but be confident and be serious about this. Is the first thing. The 3 T's is the first thing is to talk, to tell someone to stop. The next thing, if the bully doesn't stop, the kid doesn't stop, whether it's another student or sibling, that then they go to a teacher, they go to a parent, they go to you guys and say, look, this child, this student, my sister, my brother is doing this to me, and I've asked them to stop, and they're not stopping. Okay, so we have to train our children to share what's happening to them, to right away do this. To first tell the student, tell the kid that's bullying them to stop. If that doesn't work, then right away tell the parent or tell a teacher. And then if this doesn't happen, then as grown-ups, if the grown-ups are not there to solve it, if the bullying is not stopping, then we have to teach our children and give them the permission to what I call tackle. Tackle the bully mentally first, to say, stop that, that's not right, I don't like that, and if you don't stop doing that, then I'm going to have to protect myself. And then if it has to escalate to a physical confrontation, then it must happen. But keep in mind that the policy from the schools is that no fighting is allowed. So we have to help our children understand that fighting is not allowed. They're not allowed to kick or punch anyone. That's not allowed, but they are allowed to protect themselves. So we teach our children the palm strikes. We teach our children to have a guard position like this, where they keep their guards up, and you say stop. But then if that child doesn't stop, the bullying doesn't stop, that they have to actually use their palm strikes or tackle the child, and this way they know they're serious. And will they get in trouble? Yes. The policy is not to fight, and school policy, when they see that and they see there's a physical confrontation, they will perceive that as fighting, and your child may get in trouble. And so prepare your child that if they have to protect themselves and they have to use their martial arts techniques like a palm strike or tackling or bullying, that your child will get in trouble. They will be reprimanded. They will be taken to the principal, to the guidance counselor, and they will have to give an account. So make sure you prepare your child for this. And what I tell my children is that, look, if you get into a situation where somebody's picking on you, they're calling you names, or they're pushing you, harassing you, they're bullying you, you have a right to protect yourself. So you tell them to stop. If they don't stop, you go tell a teacher right away. But teacher's not there. If you cannot get away, then you must protect yourself. You tackle them and you protect yourself. And if you get in trouble, I will let you know that as your mom, as your dad, that you will not get in trouble with me. You might get suspended, you might get reprimanded in school, but I want you to know, as your dad, that you have the right to protect yourself as long as you tell me exactly what happened, and you will not get in trouble at home. And it's important that we support our children in their decision, in their choice to protect themselves. Okay, so here's the rules of engagement. Let's jump right to that. Okay, so if you have any questions, please let me know. Okay, email me at pliciaga@gmail.com, or just visit my website, peterliciaga.com, or call me at 856-235-0414. That's our Martial Arts Academy. You can contact me directly at that number. Okay, so the rules of engagement are this. First of all, avoid the fight at all costs. We want to make sure we let our children know that they are not to fight, to avoid it. Avoid it, avoid it, avoid it. Do not get into a fight. No physical confrontations. Use your words, use your mind, get out of there. You look at the ABCs of self-defense. First is awareness, and the 3 A's of the ABCs of self-defense is awareness, assessment, thinking about the situation, and then avoiding it. So make sure that number one rule of engagement is avoid. You let the children know, let your kids know that first of all, the first thing they need to find out is where the safety zones are. Where are the teachers? If they're whether they're in the classroom, know where the teachers are, where the aides are. When they're in the lunchroom, cafeteria, know where the aides are, where the teachers are, where their adult is. And if they're in the playground, same thing. Be aware of where safety is, where they can go for safety, so they can avoid a situation. And the next thing is to know who the troublemakers are, who the bullies are, who are the kids that are out there that have this behavior that is negative, that is not productive, that is not positive, that they might be bullies, they may be harassed by these kids. Know who they are and stay away from them. Avoid the situation. So that's the number one rule of engagement. We must help our children to understand the number one rule: avoid the fight. Avoid the potentially dangerous situations. And rule number two is if they are physically attacked, they must defend themselves. We have the right to defend ourselves. As adults, if somebody attacks you, you have a right to defend yourself. Okay, and same thing with our children. If they are attacked, you must tell your child they have a right to protect themselves. Any means necessary to protect themselves, whether it's a palm strike, a tackle, take them down, hit them hard, hit them fast. Protect yourself. Notice rule number two. Okay, rules of engagement. Okay, rule number three is that if they are verbally attacked, follow the 3 T steps that we talked about. You talk to them confidently and make sure they're serious. Be respectful. Okay, don't be mean. Don't be another bully. Don't start cursing or calling them names. Be respectful. Respect, but confidently tell someone to stop. Then right away tell a teacher or a parent. And if that doesn't work, no one's around, then you tackle, hit them hard, hit them fast. The 3 T's. Rule number 4 of engagement: never ever punch or kick the bully or someone is attacking you. You establish control and you negotiate, whether there's a verbal negotiation or physical negotiation. Now we have techniques that we teach our children. What we call our jiu-jitsu. We take it from the Gracie jiu-jitsu, and we teach them how to take them down, how to hold them on a top mount and from the top position. Or if a bully takes them down, we teach our youth, our children, how to neutralize situation and to establish control with our bump and rolls and our sharks. And we worked on that in our summer camp. But let us know specifically that you want to find out about this, and we teach our children how to establish control. So rule of engagement is that you must, number 4, you must never punch, never kick, but you establish control and you negotiate. Let's make sure that the bully knows that you don't want to fight, that you don't want to get hurt, you don't want to hurt them, but you will not allow them to pick on you and to hurt you. So that's rule number 4 of the rules of engagement. The next rule is this: when applying submissions, when we show you the holds, you use as minimal force. And as you negotiate, there's no chokes. We don't teach our children how to choke at all, but how to hold them down tightly, to hug them really tight, and to really hold them with minimal force, but with the right amount of force to make sure that the bully knows that you have control or your child has control. And in that moment, there's going to be negotiations. Hey, look, I'm gonna hold you down, but I'm not gonna let you go, because I know if I let you go, you're gonna hurt me. You're gonna hit me. I want to make sure you don't hit me, because I'm not gonna let you hurt me. I will protect myself, and I don't want you to get hurt, and I don't want to get hurt. So we'll teach your child how to hold them in that position and to make sure they maintain control. But we're going to have them do it with minimal force. This way there's no injury to the bully and to your child. So it's very important that you remember this. So any questions about these 5 rules of engagement, please contact me. Of course, you can contact me directly through email at pliciaga@gmail.com, or you can call me directly at 856-235-0414. And that's Donato Karate Center, where I'm one of the master instructors there, and I teach bullying, I teach self-defense, we teach everything that your child will need to protect themselves, to prepare them for potentially dangerous situations, and also to help you with these resource sites to help you to prepare your child. And we're working together as a team, working together, you and I, me as an instructor, as a professional, as an expert in self-defense, okay, to help you as a parent to prepare your child, to help them to protect themselves in their environment, to work together with our principals with our guidance counselors, with our also the police officers, law enforcement, because you look at the policy. If your child continues to be harassed, okay, we will have to bring in, the right people in there. It might be the police officers there because we have a right to protect ourselves. We have everyone here. We're going to work together as a team, and we're going to protect our children. Children, number one, protect our kids, and they must feel safe, be safe when they go to school, anywhere they go, at home, at school, in the community, and it's our job as adults to make sure that our children feel safe. So, again, I'm here to help you guys out. Any questions, please contact me. Other than that, I look forward to hearing from you, and definitely look forward to working with your children on the training floor. Take care.